Hello, everybody! Welcome to Super Gamekast 2. I am one of your hosts, Bronson Fiore, joined by the lovely Aaron Reynolds.
Hey, how you doing, Bronson?
I have a drug addiction. I have a problem.
So do I. What's yours?
Mine is WoW Classic.
Oh, fantastic. Mine
Uh,
is Final Fantasy.
is it the finalist of fantasies?
It's as final as far as I'm concerned. I've never played a Final Fantasy all that much. I've certainly played this Final Fantasy more than any others, which is a feat. So I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird.
I don't know what Gil is or Aether or any of that,
Gil
but
is money.
we're running through it. Oh, okay, it's money. All right.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't had reason to spend a lot of money in this game so far.
I have had plenty of reason to spend money in WoW Classic.
So tell me about that. We were talking about that a little bit before the podcast.
Oh, man. Okay, so progress update. I'm level 22.
Yeah.
About a fourth of the way to 23. I've been a world traveler. I have been fucking questing like a madman. I've done 2 runs of the first dungeon. Full runs. I got a sick-ass hammer.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been a very good time. There are certain things you forget about Vanilla WoW.
Okay.
First off, you forget that your skills are fucking expensive.
Okay.
So every 2 levels you have to go to your trainer and pay to learn new skills or better versions of your current skills.
Oh,
And
right.
I had like 3 gold and my 3 new spells were 80 silver apiece.
Uh,
And I'm just like, oh god, this hurts.
yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some serious profession farming here soon. Get out there and murder things for a whole bunch of leather.
Oh, you're gonna be leather working. Yep.
I am skinning and mining for now, which later in the server's history I'm gonna make bank. But at the beginning
Sure.
of the server, it's a buyer's market. So like I'm making like 1 silver per piece. I'm like, oh boy.
Right.
So I killed 20 dragons for 20 silver, basically. That's super.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Giving very little XP.
or is worth even less because there's barely blacksmiths right now. Because blacksmithing is hard and expensive to level.
Great.
I mean, it's but like, man, is it worth it if you bother to do it? Because you can, like, if you get like an epic blacksmithing pattern at level 60, you can charge basically whatever you want.
Okay.
Or if
Are there
you're
a lot of high level? Sorry about that. Are there a lot of high level people in your server?
right, not really. Like like last night, like so in WoW you can hit /who and then a number, and it'll show you how many of those levels are on. Now, granted, this was really late at night, especially for my server because it's East Coast, and there were like 4 level 60s on. And
Okay.
in my guild, personally, I think the highest level is a 41. So, like, people are still going through the journey. It's long, man, unless you took that first week off, it's really time consuming, especially for certain classes. Warrior, Paladin.
Because this is like launch WoW Classic.
Yeah, this is like no EXP cuts. The only EXP boost is if you like stay in an inn and then log in like 2 days later. But,
Okay.
like it's yeah, and it's I actually I love it once again. Like I'm having I'm having a great time with it. It's like I love the struggle.
I was gonna say, so like, I know we talked about this a little bit before, but like, yeah, have you been running into those areas that were notorious for like being a grind fest or something, but just because it's like this nostalgia trip,
no,
it's
not
like, all right,
the only time that I really had to grind was at level 19 when I was like close to 20, because I ran out of quests for the most part, and I was like, and it was like and at level 20 I was getting a bunch of new quests, a bunch of new stuff. So I just like went in. I did a dungeon run and got my new hammer and hit level 20.
Okay.
So like that. Otherwise, it's very much been the big difference from retail WoW is there's not big quest hubs that connect you to other quest hubs. Because like in vanilla WoW, in the new expansion, you'll pick a zone and you'll do all the quests in an area, and it'll breadcrumb you to a new area and a new area and a new area, and you've done this entire zone. Versus vanilla WoW, which will, like, you'll go to an area and all the quests will be too high level for you, but one will be fine and it'll send you to a different area where you'll get a bunch of quests that you can do. Or you'll just go, like, you'll be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go explore the world. And you'll find shit. And I think one thing that was pointed out to me in guild chat that makes the biggest difference in why classic WoW feels like a real world versus current WoW, which just feels like a video game, is in current WoW, every area has a purpose. Like, every part of the map has a purpose or something to do, and it makes it feel very gamey. Versus classic WoW, where they just made a world. Like, you know the fucking desert? There's nothing there. Nothing to do. It's just a fucking desert.
Yep.
You know, like, there might be,
what do you expect to be out here?
Yeah, there might be one thing to do there. You know, maybe. Like,
just so you see it.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, or like the warrior quest takes you out the desert because you need some like type of ore. You know. Another thing I like is, like, the game is not afraid to just give you really hard shit that you can't do right now.
Okay.
Like, or that will require you to go get friends to help you.
Yeah, see, I haven't run into a lot of that with Final Fantasy, and I wasn't sure if that was like
because it's a modern MMO.
Right. Exactly.
Like, I was having this conversation with a friend who's doing both, and she's like, yeah, no, Classic is very much the game I play when I want to go on an epic adventure and, like, feel like I'm in this world. And Final Fantasy XIV is the game I play when I hit where I want to hit the duty roulette and go do a dungeon run, get it knocked out in 20 minutes, and just get something done for fun.
Sure.
You know, and I'm not feeling that current type of MMO right now. Yeah. And, like, I'm riding this old MMO train super hard and loving it. I was up till 2 a.m. last night. Probably do something similar tonight.
You know, and that's, like, my favorite memory of earlier playing games is you find something that you love so much that you just keep going all night with it, and that rarely happens anymore.
Yeah.
At least for... us.
No, for the same. Like, looking at last year's releases, the only game that really did that was, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ and Red Dead.
Sure.
The year prior, like, looking at that list, Zelda.
Yeah.
About it. Like, maybe one game a year at this point. Does it?
But and then just MMOs are a whole different beast.
Yeah, well, even MMOs, I'm willing to, like, Final Fantasy XIV. I had no problem taking breaks and just stopping.
Right.
But, like, and I think it's partially just because I haven't had this type of game in. Burning Crusade still kind of played like this, so we'll say 12 years.
Okay.
You know, I haven't had this type of game in a very long fucking time.
Yep.
And I love it. Like, so last night I get a quest to go to the top of Stonetalon Mountains. And I also, funnily enough, need to go there anyway for my warrior quest. So it's a double whammy of, alright, I need to get to Stonetalon Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's only 2 ways to get to Stonetalon Mountains. Option 1, go through Desolus. This zone that is 10 levels higher than me. Option 2, go through the far lower level Barrens, which is completely Horde territory.
Oh, man.
I chose the Barrens.
Of course.
which led to me being hunted. Okay, so I get to the Barrens through Ashenvale Forest, and I die at the entrance because there's a bunch of high-level guards there. Okay. Resurrect at the graveyard in the Barrens, so I can just cut out the middleman of having to run from them. And deal with my res sickness and hiding. And then okay, look at the map. There's Stonetalon Mountains entrance. Great. I book it, and I get invited to a group with a bunch of dudes, and I'm like, hi, what's up? They're like, well, we're PvPing. And I'm like, that's great. I'm just trying to get to the top of the mountain. And they're like, well, us too, so, help us. And I'm like, I'll help you if I can.
Yep.
So we get to the entrance to Stonetalon Mountains, which is also guarded by a bunch of level 40 horde. So NPCs.
Yeah.
So I go and I die, and this time I run back and then just outrun the guards. And then I eat and I get into the mountains and I see a level 21 undead priest and a level 17 undead mage. And I'm like, shit, did they see me?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, I don't think they saw me. So I book it around these trees to try and stay out of their line of sight. And I'm just running up the mountains please don't see me. Please don't. And this rogue comes out and just ganks me.
Oh man.
But the graveyard is further up the mountain, so I resurrect to the graveyard, wait out my res sickness, and start my run again. And I'm just alright, fucking please no more horde. Please no more horde. And I see 2 hunters up the road. And I start booking it between trees. Because I'm just
my God.
I'm like, please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Especially because they're level 24. No fucking chance.
Right.
I'm a level 21 at this point. So I'm just okay, the hunter, I get past the hunters, they leave me alone. I'm like, okay, great. I get up the mountain further. And I see this big lake, and I decide, okay, I'm not gonna go through that. I'm gonna go the road, and I see this priest fighting this mob, a horde priest. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave him alone and hope they leave me alone. And I go up the mountain further, and see 2 more horde who just run past me. And I'm
man.
I'm just like, oh thank God, oh thank God. And then finally, I run into this priest who's the same level as me. He just stares at me for a minute. And I stare back at him. I'm like, are we going to do this? Is this going to go down? And then, we just keep staring at each other all right, we're both level 21. Are we going to go? Because you can't talk to the opposite faction. You can emote.
I was going to say, I'm hoping for a wave.
So I slash wave at him.
Okay.
And he slash waves back. I'm like, okay.
Alright.
Are we gonna do this?
That seems okay. I don't know.
And then, we just run past each other. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Turns out neither one. Yeah, I love when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, just you're just oh, I have no beef with you right now.
Everyone just be fucking cool.
And then I get to the top of the mountain, I get the fly point, I get a new quest, and I'm like, okay, I need to check out what level those Chimera are for the warrior quest, if I can do it yet. Because it's a level 20 quest, but some of it, the last part of it is level 28.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, well, what level are these Chimera I need to murder? So I go over to the Charred Vale on this part of the mountain, and there are just tens of horde.
Man.
All questing and killing harpies. And I'm just like, I come in peace! I'm just running through.
Slash wave.
I'm just running past all of them, just be like, don't notice me! I'm just here to look at the Chimera. And I go and I see the Chimeras are level 25. I'm like, okay, I'll have to come back here in a little bit. And then I'm like, alright, I got 2 quests done. I'm gonna Hearthstone and get the fuck out of here.
Right.
After popping into Desolus to hit level 22 with that last bit of experience. I was just like, oh, this experience made me want to cry.
I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, I love the like. I give Quinn shit for not leveling on a PvP server because of experiences like this. Like he's never gonna have this experience ever.
Well, I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't even want to risk that,
But like, it's such this fun, fucking like terrifying experience of just like, especially for me because like it's not like a mage where like I just root you and blink away. Like I'm fucked. I am fucked if someone that's way above me finds me. Like it's game over. I can attempt to hamstring you and then run. That's it. Now that I'm level 22, I have Intimidating Shout, which gives me a slightly better chance. Yeah. But like, that's all. Like,
right.
It's not like a rogue or a fucking mage where I can get away, or a paladin where I can bubble hearth. If you're like level 25 and you see my ass in that forest, I'm all yours, baby. Yeah, so like that was a fucking terrifying moment, but it was, but like it, and it's only a moment that can be created by an MMO.
Right. Exactly.
This big fucking open world that you're all just set loose in and fucking just go to town. And I love it. I love it so much. And then like I love just the progression. Like every level the character feels like it gets stronger. Like I've been having a great time. With the exception of my gold issues, I've been having an awesome time.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like, and I can't wait to hit 60, to get into my 30s, to go for my whirlwind axe, and 40s to go for my mount, and then at 50 start gearing to raid, and then actually getting to molten core. Like, yeah, dude, I'm excited. There's so much ahead of me, and I'm having a great time doing it.
That's great.
Yeah, like, there's a reason this game was so fucking special. And you feel it. You feel the love and care that went into this game.
Have you heard any news on how well it's doing?
I only go anecdotal, but it's the only game that my friends list is playing most of the time.
Yep.
And on Twitch, it is always in the top 3.
Okay.
And it's almost always number 1. Right now, the only reason it's not number 1 is because there's a League tournament and a Counter-Strike tournament.
Oh, gotcha.
But, there's, right now, there's, all these streams of people, looking at the streams right now, almost every single one of these is a WoW stream. Is a WoW Classic stream. And in fact, the only one of these I see, there are 2 WoW retail streams, but the rest are just everyone's playing Classic. It's but like Classic killed retail.
Yep.
Classic killed retail. There's a guild on my server named that, actually.
I believe it.
No one wants to play that kind of MMO right now, and I think it's because people are so starved for this kind of game that used to play it.
Yeah.
I think that's the case. So yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how things move forward. Do you think people make new MMOs? Do you think they try to emulate some of what Classic does compared to Modern?
I'm gonna say give it 3 months before I can answer that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if people come back during the next patch, which let me pull up the phases here. Hold on. Because right now we're in the launch phase, which has the first 2 raids and whatnot.
Sure.
Let me pull up the phases here. So phase 1 is launch, Molten Core, and Ixie Murdon. Phase 2 are Dire Maul and the 2 world bosses. So even phase 2 is like still kind of phase 1 stuff in my mind. So in my opinion, it's gonna be phase 3 that will kind of let us know, because that's when we're getting the Blackwing lair, and then phase 4 we're getting ZG. So like those two phases are gonna tell me like, all right, people stick around for ZG and Blackwing lair. Then like, yeah, dude, I think that this is gonna be like they're gonna have to start making games like this again.
Interesting.
And then like AQ and Naxxramas, and then like this has been something that people have been discussing is with once the end of WoW Classic happens, where do we go?
Right.
Like, okay, everyone has cleared Nax. It's been more than enough time. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do WoW Classic Plus, where you just re-roll a new character with all your old crap? Are they going to do the RuneScape thing where they make new content for this old game?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Because RuneScape has RuneScape Retail, and then they have RuneScape Classic, or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know what their version's called.
I think it's called that.
Where they hit the end of that, and then they made new stuff for the old game. Or are they just going to say, okay, we're going to have these classic servers, and your character will stay there, and then we'll copy your character over to TBC. And now we're going to do TBC, the Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of curious how we're going to go about this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, no, it'll be, I'm very curious, but for now, like, I'm loving this experience. It's been goddamn magical.
Good.
Like, it has been absolutely just exactly what I wanted. For years, I was very much the person who said, like, I'm not sure if I want that anymore, but, like, after going back to it, and, like, I can honestly say that, like, yeah, no, this is the kind of game that you want to play.
Great.
So yeah, like,
WoW Classic. Look for it.
Yeah, no, you need a WoW sub, and that's it. So,
well, cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, can't wait.
But
can't wait
from what I've been hearing, you've been playing some other games as well.
Yeah. I put some time into that Astral Chain.
Astral Chain, that's new.
Yeah. So that game is the new game by Platinum Games. It's an action kind of RPG type thing, and while I acknowledge that it is a good game, it looks great. It's well designed. It's not for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So one of my big sticking points with the game is like it play. So, did you ever play Devil May Cry 5? Are you aware of Devil May Cry 5?
I am very aware of it, but I have not played it.
Okay, so there's the third character in that game called V, where you like have your minions attack and you just kind of hang back and chill and dodge, and that's what Astral Chain plays like.
Really?
Yeah, you have this fucking robot demon that you summon that does like a lot of the fighting for you, and then you do some of the fighting, but mostly dodge and focus on controlling it. And I hate that style of play. I think it's lame.
Okay.
I think it is so lame. DMC did it better, by the way, because at least like, okay, well, like at least these moves are cool, and like I'm summoning demon, like these demon things. What makes it even more frustrating is like you get more control than DMC of the demon in some cases, like because you can use the right stick to place it and whatnot. Yeah, I don't care for that, and it's a bummer because it has a lot of the stuff from Platinum I like. Cool boss fights, great set pieces, the story and style are great.
It seems like it has style out the wazoo.
Yeah, well, that's just Platinum, baby.
That's also just Platinum, but you know.
Yeah, but like it has great style. It looks awesome, great music, but like this one aspect, after like 3.5 chapters, I was done.
Oh man.
So like if you like playing, so most people who played Devil May Cry 5 are probably going to play this. Like that. There's a lot of crossover between the platinum audience and the. Oh, did we disconnect? Are we serious right now? No.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, it was you. I thought it was me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It said I was disconnecting.
Okay, fucking Jesus.
It said there was a poor connection, so I don't know.
Okay, so what ends up happening is there's a lot of crossover between the Devil May Cry audience and the Platinum audience. So like if you like playing as V in that game, you'll probably really like Astral Chain.
Okay.
But it's not for me.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Next up is Gears 5. Right. That came out on Thursday night. I got around to it on Friday morning after my doctor's appointment, and I've only played the multiplayer, but like I've had a great time. I just have
plays well.
Best playing Gears so far as the multiplayer is concerned. Best looking Gears. I've done the comparison. The PC version does look better, even compared to Xbox One X. Like that game on Insane looks beautiful on PC. The biggest problem with it so far is just like the game servers are so packed with people that it can't handle it right now, or at least last time I played, which makes sense because I mean you can play it for $2 because Game Pass has that deal right now. But yeah, like it's controls well, looks great. I have nothing but good things to say about it. My biggest, I look forward to when I have time to drop into the campaign and really dip into it. One thing I do like, and I texted you about this, is that if you go into extras, everyone. It has two things. It's like here's the legacy of Gears of War, and that's the story of 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. And then you click on previously on Gears, which is another icon, and it'll give you the rundown of Gears 4. So
that's nice.
So you can get fully geared up. A
lot of Gears has happened.
Yeah, it's weird that this franchise is 13 years old this year.
That thought did not occur until I thought about it just now, and that's nice.
November 2006.
13 years.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Bought that game with leftover birthday money.
Yep.
I had leftover birthday money, and I went to the mall with it. Because I was just kind of saving it for when like stuff I wanted to actually play was out. And I bought Gears of War, even though the only reason I bought it is because, funnily enough, Jeff Gerstmann gave it an unbelievably positive review. I thought it looked like it was going to be Ghost Recon in an Unreal Engine, and I hated Ghost Recon.
Right.
But I was wrong, very wrong. And then I also bought Viva Pinata. And my mom looked at the cover, being like, "What is this?" And I'm like,
"What am I buying here?"
Well, she was like, "What are you buying?" It's like, it was my money. She was just, she gave me the ride and hung out with me.
Oh, okay.
And then finally, was I picked up Blitz the League.
Nice.
Yeah, that game is awesome. That game, it was a real good football game. It has story mode.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting into more of it. Like, I want to play the story. I want to play Horde mode. I want to play their new Left 4 Dead style mode.
Yes. That sounds great.
Yeah, like I'm down for it. It's a well designed game. People are saying tons of good stuff about it. Yeah, like it's. One thing I can say that I absolutely adore about it is the fact that if you buy the Ultimate Edition, or you get it on Game Pass, which also gives you the Ultimate Edition,
Yep.
The good guys team gets Spartans from Halo Reach.
Damn, that's amazing.
Emil and Kat.
Okay.
And the bad guys get a Terminator. And almost everybody on the bad guys plays the Terminators.
Oh, that's crazy.
The good guys, it's a mix. So, almost every bad guy team you go up against is just Terminators. And it's just like, I'm playing as Emil from Halo Reach, just gunning down Terminators. It's fucking awesome.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy. I'll have to give that a shot.
Yeah. We need to schedule some playtime this week for that.
Sure, we could do that.
Yeah. So, how's Final Fantasy XIV? Because my last game links to a news story, actually.
Oh, it's, I'm at level 28 right now.
Yeah,
in the middle
damn,
of it.
Double in a week.
Yes, yeah.
So you must enjoy it at least.
So, this is actually the farthest I've gone in an MMO, and I think I talked about it last week, is that I understand what the purpose of an MMO is, for one, but also, two, it is a modern MMO, so they've got, the whole quest lines the main scenario quest lines are set up in such a way that you don't have to go off somewhere else to get ready for it or anything like that. You can just jump in and follow the main story, and it will carry you to where you need to go, which has been helpful for someone who's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just try to figure this out. So it was really cool for the first 15 to 20 levels because it was teaching you everything you needed to know as you went along. Right. There was even a little training section to teach you what your role as a healer in a group is when you go into a dungeon.
I really liked that, actually. That was one part of that where I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, it was a really cool...
someone did that.
Yes, it was very nice, and it made it so I could just run into a dungeon without having seen it. The first, one of the first few dungeons, which are very simple, and just be like, I don't know, I'm healing. Yeah. I have my 2 heal buttons, and we're good.
Right, that's actually one thing about, that game that I both love and kind of was annoyed at was, the first dungeons are so goddamn easy.
Yes, they are very...
literally, I tanked one... I didn't tank. I DPS one half asleep.
Oh, man.
It was... It was okay, this is... Yep, it's just like current WoW.
Yeah.
I can do this half asleep.
That's been cool. But then as I got into level 20, it was it became very apparent that dungeons were basically the best thing to do at the time. And this is something that they say that they're working on, is once you get to where you're doing dungeon stuff, the best way to level is to dungeon, but there's a main quest story you have to go through, and it's tedious and awful.
Yep, that is what I've heard, and I've heard that you can also pay to skip it, which, yeah.
I'm not going to do that, at least for my first character.
That's another aspect that is also part of current WoW, funnily enough.
Oh, great.
Where you can, in fact, they actually give it to you as, in WoW, the way current expansions work is when you buy the new expansion, they're like, here's a token where you can boost a character up to get into the new shit.
I think I used that the last time I jumped into World of Warcraft. I used that, and then
they started. I think they started that in Draenor or Pandaland.
I don't think I got Pandaland.
I think it might. Well, did they?
I don't know what I got.
Did they start that in Cataclysm?
I don't remember.
Anyway, go ahead. Go on.
The one that it took me to 80. I know that.
They started that shit in Cataclysm.
Okay.
So good to know.
But and the thing is that they've heard from the developers that they are working on making that experience better, but it's going to be months and months before they finish that. So right now I'm going through what a lot of people have had to go through, which is these quest lines of talk to this person 30 feet away that they couldn't do themselves, talk to this person, kill 3 things, go talk to this person, teleport to some other city, and find this person. Been a lot of that, and there's been a couple dungeons in between. Dungeons getting a little more complicated, which for someone who's not, who has never gotten far enough to do a lot of dungeons or raids, it's been, a learning experience.
Okay.
Learning the dance and seeing, what causes damage. All right, I'm getting to the point now where I'm having to pull up YouTube videos so I know what the hell is going on before I go in.
That makes me so proud.
Because I had a feeling that things were going to start getting weird, and sure enough, it was like, here are these sacks of skin on this rock, and if you get close to them, they will blow up. You won't die from them, but it would be better to just attack them once from afar, and that will diffuse them, and then you can just run by.
What server are you on in this game?
I am on Ultros, which is part of the Primal Data Center. Yeah.
Damn it. I'm on Goblin. I was about to say, like, if I ever get the time to run a second MMO.
Well, for a whole, like, $15 or whatever it is, you can transfer your character.
I could do that.
Yeah. I am also, like, I have friends that play regularly on another server that I'm thinking I level this guy and then maybe start another character, and apparently you get a faster leveling boost because you have a higher level character, so you can just get through that, or I can pay the money and just have them jump to the top, and then I'm going to move that character over to that server. So
I don't want to pay the money, but I actually am, like, thinking about, like, if I jump into the current game and just boost my way to the top, because, like, I've played enough MMOs where, like, I know all this shit.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
exactly.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to learn, like, where to go, but, like, other than that, I don't know my shit.
It's, and it was easier to make this decision when I was younger and had very little money, and I would just say, nope, I'm just gonna try and level it, or I'm just not gonna play. Right. But now it's like, for the price of a movie ticket, I can just skip all this leveling nonsense and then get to the part that everyone else is playing.
Right, which is the problem with, like, these long-running MMOs.
Yes.
Which, that's actually part of the reason why I, like, really fucking love the retail WoW system, is if the current expansion was good, is the fact that, like, it's like, oh man, hey, you're playing, you want to be with your friends, like, immediately? Like, here's a token. Go. You get it from one character. Any other characters, you gotta run that shit yourself.
Right.
And even then, they're doing stuff to make that, like, more engaging, which is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I don't know. Are you enjoying it? Are you part of the MMO cult yet?
I, like, am feeling its claws in me.
I'm
not saying. Good. Yeah, I'm not fully in yet. I think if I do hit 35 here, which is when the free trial ends, I do think I'm going to pay the money and keep going.
Yeah, you are, buddy.
So I feel strong enough about that.
I'm actually pulling up my character on screen right now. So yeah, I'm in the crystal setup under Goblin.
Okay.
So yeah, that's. Let me pull up my character profile. I think I'm level 15.
Sure.
I want to say, like, no, I'm level 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're entering into the grinding part.
Yeah, I instantly got into that. I was just like,
nope.
I kind of just want to play WoW now.
Yeah, right.
So, I don't know. I might come back one day. Like, my friend Panda, she loves that game. Like, let me pull up her Steam account, because she started playing 2 years ago, I want to say, and like her hour count is absurd.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. Where is she?
While you're doing that, I'm gonna look at my current play time so far. I've been playing for about, I don't know, 8-9 days. Actually about 8 days, and it's I've put in about 28 hours.
4,443 hours.
Okay, well,
If I could access to my primary WoW account right now, because I don't have it installed, I'd tell you mine. But 4443 divided by 24, 185 days.
and that's if she was playing 24 hours a day.
So
Like that's
so she would be paid. So of the past 2 years, 185 days of it has been spent playing Final Fantasy
that's like
14.
every night.
Yeah, that's like every night almost every night she is on playing it.
Whew. Man,
Like every night that I log on to fucking Steam, I almost always see her on. So
and like honestly, I would be totally fine with jumping on WoW and playing with you as well. It's just being an MMO, there's a monthly subscription.
yeah, no,
And
that's I get it.
Yeah.
like that's part of the reason why I'm not doing both either. Like, Jim Dark Magic can wait.
Yep.
That's my character's name, Jim Dark Magic.
Jim Dark Magic's a good name.
Yep. So yeah, no, that's well. Like, I'm glad that you finally got an MMO to hold you and love you at night.
It really has in a weird way. I just I need to get through all of this, get into the higher level stuff, join a group, and then the real fun starts.
See, you are playing an established MMO, so it's like like for you, it's just get to end game as soon as possible. Me, like I'm in a game where it's just like it's about the journey, man.
It's an unknown world,
And
everyone's figuring it out.
And it's about the struggle. In my case, like Jesus, dude, like once again, I almost regret not being like fuck it, mage.
Yep.
That's what Ben did. My friend Ben, who was my hardcore paladin healer friend during like Vanilla Through Wrath. I'm just like, oh, dude, you're playing classic. What are you rolling a paladin? He's like, fuck no, I'm rolling a mage. I want easy shit.
Right. That's great.
And I was like, fine.
Yep.
Fair.
No, I get you.
I almost did too. So, it's a shame that like vanilla is not alt friendly. Otherwise, I'd probably make an alt mage.
Oh, really?
Dude, vanilla is so not alt friendly just because of the time commitment and whatnot. It's like you make a character, you commit to that shit.
Yep.
That is your wife. All right, well,
great.
that's cool, man. That's FF14 is a great game.
It seems so. I just I got a lot more progress to make, but
For sure.
and man, so then I had a dream last night, this morning.
Oh, are you dreaming about the game now?
So not yet.
Because
I am dreaming about video games. What's up?
Quinn is dreaming about WoW Classic.
Oh my god, that's something.
And all of his free time is going to. He's almost level 40. Oh my god! Right as I said this, he just logged on to BNet.
Of course.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, go on.
Okay.
Your dream.
Well, so I don't know. So what I do is when I'm doing anything, when I'm working on the computer, when I'm playing. Nope, my Alexa just turned on. Nope. Shut up. Nope.
I'm surprised you have an Alexa, but then I remember that. Like, oh wait, I nearly bought a HomePod, so shut up.
Well, it's a speaker to play Spotify playlists and voice command specifically. I could just voice command a playlist or a bombcast or. Yeah,
that is part of the reason I looked into getting a HomePod and like still kind of am.
Sure,
yeah.
It's not like all of the stuff it does. You can just type into a web page. It is purely for the convenience of like saying it as a voice. Like when I'm trying to get dressed for work and I can call out and ask for the weather.
Yeah, like that does seem super convenient. Like, especially I don't know, but like I also like can just like I have two sound bars in my room, one for the computer and one for the TV. And like I'm just like, I can just hook my phone up to a Bluetooth speaker and talk to Siri.
Yep.
Like
that's all you need to do, really.
Yeah, like Both of these have Bluetooth support. Like, you can just hook it to the TV soundbar with, like, 2 button presses.
Yeah, and then you're good.
Yeah, anyway.
As long as you have voice acting for that. Anyway.
Yeah.
But, man, but when I play on the computer, I always have, I'll have Giant Bomb up on my second monitor, and they'll be playing either Demo Derby, which is where they take old demo discs from like PlayStation and Xbox magazines from late 90s, early 2000s. And they'll just play a bunch of awful games and watch old videos of like a young Kaz Hirai or Don Matrick talking about something. They have game tapes where they take B-roll from the GameSpot lockers and they'll just watch them, and it's like 30 minutes of Tiger Woods in one of those little ball suits swinging over and over again and cheering to no one.
Dear Lord.
And it's just hilarious. It's of that time that we were talking about earlier, just those formative years of our gaming lives.
So, okay, go on.
Anyway, so I'm watching all of this stuff, and last night I was watching 3 hours of them play through Dreamcast games.
I actually had that on in the background when I was playing WoW. That's weird.
Yep.
Go on.
Yep. It's good. So I went to sleep last night, and so I had a dream. I was in Middle America. It was like Flatland, Kansas, Nebraska, or something like that. And there was this giant city in the distance, and we were going to head there. I knew we only had a few days to be there for whatever reason, so we drove there. And then as we got closer to the city, it started getting different, and I couldn't drive on it well. The city streets were very like old bricks, like it was like an old European town. And I had to like drive around elevated roundabouts where the ramps to get in and out were like steep ramps up and down, which was terrible. But anyway, so I'm doing all this stuff. Like, pedestrians are walking in front of me. I'm the only one with a car, so I'm realizing something's wrong. So a pedestrian walks in front of my car and stops it with a single hand, and I just stop dead. It's like, okay, maybe I need to get out of this car. And so I get out of the car, and all this has been in first person. All of this has been in, like, regular, real-life 2020 vision. I get out of the car, and I suddenly switches to third person. I have been apparently this like blonde Paris Hilton looking character, and the graphics have changed to original Xbox, like muddy. It's like it's 60 frames a second, but it was like, oh no, wait, what's happening? And it was a beat 'em up all of a sudden. And
what the hell is this?
Yeah, no, and so the camera was really high up on down. It was terrible. I couldn't control the camera. There was no control there, so I was like looking down. It wasn't very good. So I'm moving around. Generic like townspeople were coming up to fight me, and so like I didn't have a controller with me because as far as I could tell, like I just existed as the camera, but I could feel my finger twitches. And so I was like messing around with a controller, and there were barely any controls. But
did you take PCP before bed, man? Like
I played Dungeons and Dragons. I've been playing Final Fantasy, and then I went to bed at like 2 a.m. last night.
Okay. This all checks out. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I had a few beers, but that was it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
go on.
Like, I'm using my fingers to test the controls, and most of the buttons don't work. It is very simplified controls, but they're garbage. So it was like left stick was moving around was fine. There was no jump in this beat 'em up game. You can move around, but if you wanted to move upstairs, you couldn't just walk up them like a ramp. It was you started at the bottom, and then your character would go into an animation like a couple seconds long where it would bound up the stairs and then return control to you, which I feel like I remember in other video games, and it's bad. It's a bad thing. And then people started fighting, so I'm like testing controls. And so here are the controls. A was attack, and that was it. You could throw punches, and it was like 3 punches that you could throw. And there wasn't like a combo system. You couldn't hit AAA really fast and get like a combo going. It was A, watch like a second of that animation until it's completed. then the next attack will start. It did not feel fluid at all. It was terrible. And so then there was the left trigger, which was a targeting system, except it was just the reticle. My character didn't like move to target that person. It was just moving the reticle or something. It was like, okay, that was broken. And then right trigger was a block, but the block had like a second delay. It was like an animation, a second long animation before the block would take effect. And so I could not fight anything. I was trying, and nothing was working right. And then eventually a monk came by and does what monks do, which was grab my arm and my leg on the same side, swing me around in a circle, and toss me off of what I thought was a city turned out to be a cruise ship, and I was thrown into the water, and I promptly died. But the best part, we haven't even reached it.
Okay.
The best part was that it zoomed out and the graphics changed to what I can only describe as like an old PC kind of. It was very weird. It was playing this music, and there was these like 3 paragraphs of text, all in red, white, and blue, about how I was terrible and how the city was glad to be rid of me. Oh wow! It was like zooming out from the cruise ship, and there was a monkey swinging from vine to vine, like from behind it, and it was going, and I'm like trying to read the text, but it's a dream, so you can't necessarily read too much. And at the final paragraph, the paragraphs turned. It was using a bunch of words that start with lib, which for whatever reason I knew meant they were trying to like allude to liberty, and it was, liberty triumphs, this player was terrible, and all this while the monkey like turns and like slyly smiles towards me and starts thrusting its pelvis up, and I don't know what's happening, and I wake up. I wanted to go back to sleep to continue it, but I just started laughing. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
What the fuck was all of that, Aaron?
I don't know. I call it Paris Hilton's Wild Ride. I give it 1 out of 10. That was an awful game.
So the visual representation for all of that was me going through Steam, by the way, because I couldn't think of something to like. What is the visual for this? Because like,
there's nothing.
Because like
there was nothing.
People are viewing my desktop, so I'm like, I guess I'll also go through Steam.
Oh
fuck!
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, also when you went into combat, it would go nearly top down. The camera would, and it just.
Oh, okay. So we're playing. Smash TV. Great.
Yeah. Except could not control worth a damn.
Well, all right.
Anyway.
So, I played one more game that kind of connects to a news story of ours.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fucking what?
I don't know, man. Video games have destroyed me.
Yeah, same. This is the only job we're fit for.
Yeah, basically.
We need to get cracking on learning some shit. Alright, so those SNES games hit Switch.
That's right.
And I went to go test them out. I was like, I'll play this for like 20 minutes and then drop it. And I played Super Mario World for 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I kind of picked it up and just couldn't stop.
I mean, there are a lot of people who say that is one of the best games ever made.
It totally is. Totally is.
Okay.
So just if you haven't played Mario World yet, I highly recommend it.
I played very little of the 2D Mario games in general.
Oh, it's on Switch and it's there.
Lots of that first one, but never got far.
Hey man, this is free, so go check it out.
That's true.
So they speaking of that, hey, they did a Nintendo Direct.
Hey, they sure did.
They did one of them directs there on Thursday.
A lot more eventful than I ever anticipated.
Yeah, like they said this was gonna be 40 minutes. I was like, man, that's really long. They showed up. So
yeah.
Yeah, first thing they did is they just opened it up with Overwatch is coming to Switch.
Hey,
It's coming out October 15th. My question is, who the fuck wants to play Overwatch on Switch?
I don't know, portable Overwatch. I guess if you could if you can hook up to a Wi-Fi connection somewhere.
I guess if you can do a LAN, like if you get 12 Switch owners with Overwatch together.
That could be cool too, but again, it's
where's that situation? PAX,
right?
That's it.
I feel like Nintendo just saw this game is very popular. It has an art style that goes with Nintendo's all ages family kind of.
Well, it runs 30 FPS on PS4 and Xbox One. So what are they doing to downscale the graphics to get this shit to run?
Right. It looked okay from what I saw before.
Yeah, it looked all right. It looked like I don't know, I guess they'll just downgrade the textures and run it at 900p and go from there.
Yeah.
So as we said earlier, SNES games on Switch. And if you are a Switch Online member, you can buy a Super Nintendo controller for your Switch, a first-party one.
How much is that?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. It is a certain amount of money.
Okay.
It's
not free.
It is not free. Just like the NES controllers were not free.
Right.
So hold on, let's go on Nintendo's website. Let's find out. That'd be the place to find that shit out, right?
Yep. You would think.
All right. Nintendo Switch online service. All right, here we go. NES and SNES online.
Okay.
All right, play together games. All right, so limit 4 per Nintendo account. Okay, but where can I go to buy it? That, you're not telling me where I can buy the controllers.
I'm trying to give you money here.
I want to give you money. Let me give you money, Nintendo. Alright, well, they don't have the SNES ones up yet, but they do have the NES, it looks like. Yeah, it says coming soon. They don't have anything listed.
Okay.
But the NES ones are $60.
Alright.
And you can use them as Joy-Cons for the NES ones. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, alright. So I assume probably it'll be $60 as well for but the NES one you get 2. The SNES one you only get 1.
Oh, interesting.
So you'll have to buy 2. I guess that's why the limit is 4.
I wonder how much that'll be.
I'm gonna say probably $60.
Yeah.
20 games are out. So there's that.
Okay.
It's Brawl Brothers, Breath of Fire, Demon's Crest, F-Zero, Joe and Mac 2, Lost in Tropics, Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Pilot Wing Star Fox, Stunt Race FX, Super EDF, Earth Defense Force, Super Ghosts and Ghouls, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi Island, ugh. Super Metroid, Super Puyo Puyo 2, Super Soccer, Super Tennis, A Link to the Past.
I love that they have Stunt Race FX.
That is a really good list of games. That's a really good list of games. Oh, hey, no, we got it. The original SNES controller will be available for $30.
Oh,
okay,
it's
listed in an article. Okay.
All right, fine.
Yeah, no, and you can also pause games. They have save states, and they even have rewind states, so you can rewind. Wow. Which that's probably the only way you're ever going to finish Super Ghosts and Ghouls or Ghouls.
Right.
So there you go.
That is a cool feature.
Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii is getting a definitive edition in HD next year.
Yeah.
Good. That game is way too expensive and needs to be put out.
Yep.
Luigi's Mansion 3 is getting a new multiplayer mode for 2 to 8 players called Scream Park. It can be played with a single Joy-Con per player.
Okay.
I want to get an 8-person Luigi's Mansion game going. I want that so bad. If I have to do it at PAX next year, I will.
Basically, right? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to organize something on a forum.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the patch forums and be like, "Yo, bitches, 8-player Luigi's Mansion in the handheld lounge. Let's get it." Um,
Yep.
Super Kirby Clash, brand new Kirby game called Super Kirby Clash has been announced as a free to start game. Nintendo's preferred term to free to play. It features single player and multiplayer.
Okay.
Trials of Mana, the RPG Trials of Mana releases on Switch in April of next year.
Man.
A little bit of a weird one. The PC game Return of the Obra Dinn is coming to Switch this fall.
Yeah, interesting.
Game Freak, the Pokemon people, have a new game coming out on October 16th called Little Town Hero. It seems like they put a lot more effort into this than they did Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, it's a brand new thing. There's a lot of new stuff they have to do.
Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. It seems like an interesting game. No pocket card jockey, but you know, that's fine.
Fucking pocket card jockey.
It's so good.
Oh god.
Anyway,
I never got around to it, sadly.
So all right. Anyway,
Banjo and Kazooie were out for Smash that day. They're out now. Go play them.
Yes.
I actually put some time into them as well. Like a little bit of, they're fun. They have a lot of utility. They have pretty decent recovery. Like not great, but pretty good. I love the orchestral versions of all their music.
Sure.
Also, their stage is magical because it'll mess people up real bad.
That's great.
Because it like rotates and like it'll mess you up so much.
Sounds like they did him justice.
I'm very happy for this edition. Like they're you know, the like Banjo has deserved to be in Smash for a long time.
Has that been in demand?
That has been a huge thing in demand. Like,
okay.
Those two have them, K. Rool, Ridley, like all of those have been wanted. Along with this, they got an Undertale costume pack with Sans in it.
Yep.
That's a thing.
Sure.
So yeah, and on more Smash news, we got a new character announced. Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury and King of Fighters.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
With Ryu and Ken in there, and yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fucking awesome. And also they revealed more Smash characters are on the way after the Fighters Pass.
Ooh,
Only 5 DLC fighters are coming to the Fighters Pass. They announced more will follow this patch, and Home Run Contest is coming back.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of controversy with this, though, because the Smash community is being piss babies again.
Okay, what's the controversy?
The controversy is they don't think Terry Bogard should be in it, and they should have chose someone else like Sora or someone more in demand. Okay, look, I realize that a lot of these people are young, and they don't understand how big SNK used to be. Man. But SNK used to rival Capcom. They had a console. It was it was the Neo Geo. It was awesome.
Wasn't it like crazy expensive?
It was $800.
Uh-huh.
And the games were like $100 to $200. Because
cool console name though.
Yeah, well, here's why. It used actual arcade parts, and the cartridges, which were like the size of VHS tapes, were actual fucking arcade boards.
Man.
If you wanted the arcade at home, you bought a fucking Neo Geo.
But like, I mean, this is just now, but like arcade cabinets now are like $200-$300. Obviously, they're gigantic.
Right. Well,
like you got to get like a semi truck to transport them to your place, and then they take up a lot of room.
Well, not only that. I mean, if you want a real, like you want to be on the real, you'll just buy a Vuelix cab and load 500 games on that bitch.
Yep.
And go about your day.
Yep.
But like, so hold the.
But at the time, I'm sure.
But like at the time, this was a real novelty. Quinn posted something on Facebook. I'm gonna try and pull it up about this because we were both livid when people Because we're both stoked. Like, we're like, Terry Bogard, shit, yes. You know, who the fuck doesn't want, like, a, Fatal Fury character in there? Hold on.
I mean, everyone thinks of, what's it called? King of Fighters.
Yeah, well, I mean, either or.
Yeah.
Either or.
I would say King of Fighters has, at this point,
it definitely is bigger. Especially because the Evo experience. Let's see. Okay, so this is from either, I forget which one of the Chans, but
okay.
Go into SNK's YouTube channel and dislike all of their videos. Go into review sites like Metacure and review bomb all their games. Disconnect against every Terry main you encounter on Quick Play. Tweet at SNKP officials showing them you don't approve of their shilling. Don't let them get away with this.
Shilling?
Yeah, because apparently, that's what it says. It says you want the Smash Bros. Community. This is why everyone hates you. Okay, this is why. This shit.
Is this a Smash community or is this like a subset?
It's just like you gotta control your people, man. It's just like how the Smash community at Evo, a lot of them don't shower.
Right.
Like the Melee. Then you have the Melee drama from earlier this year.
Yeah.
Like just fucking, ugh. And I hate this because I love this game.
Yep.
It's the first Smash that's actually made me ponder playing it competitively.
And they're doing a lot. They are trying to add everything in there. They added Home Run Derby into this.
Yeah. Also, let me say, the big selling point of this game is everyone is here.
Yep.
Terry Bogard is the SNK rep.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone.
Yep.
Everyone is here. Okay. You know what? All you people bitching for Sora, you got your Square Enix rep. It's Cloud. Okay? And Cloud is more important than Sora.
It sounds like they're working on more characters.
They totally are.
So, calm down.
Though the next character is most likely been leaked. Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden.
Nice. That would be a fun one.
Yeah, that's cool. I like him. But, that's supposedly the next one. But, just fucking... Terry Bogard is, fucking one of the gaming history's, longest-running characters. We're on King of Fighters 14.
Yep.
And he's a great character.
Yep.
Terry Bogard is the shit. You know.
He hasn't, had a run the way Ryu has, or, other more well-known, fighting game characters. But in terms of gaming history, it is certainly notable.
Yeah, and then also, I love the way they did the reveal for him.
That reveal was the coolest thing.
They do all the SNK characters, Samurai Showdown, and
in graphics.
In the graphics of those games, and then it lands, and it's Terry. And I'm just like, I almost want to main Terry Bogard and fuck people up at tournaments out of spite because of this. I almost want to go learn Smash Brothers, main Terry, and flip everyone off every time I win. I'm so just I hate it's the same thing when Melee people were complaining earlier this year about why don't we get our Evo spot? Because your game's 20 years old almost, and Ultimate is better. It is a better game. Shut up. Do you see the Street Fighter community being like, why isn't Third Strike here? No.
Right.
We move fucking on. Move on.
They won't even go back to 4, 5, despite not being 4. Everyone's still doing it.
No.
So that's the new one.
The Marvel community, instead of being on the Evo main stage, because Infinite's not popular enough, didn't go back to 3. They just play Infinite in side tournaments. Why? Because we're not a bunch of piss babies.
Like, their big thing is that they do have a very large community. And so it seems to give them this idea that they should be able to continue to have a stage. But having 2 Smash Bros. Games at an Evo tournament seems like a lot to me.
And they did
from
it
the outside.
And they did it for years. And like the FGC part of this, because Smash Brothers, fuck off. You're not part of the traditional FGC. You're your own thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We proved that shit in Reno. Because one Saturday is the Reno fighting game meetup. The other Saturday is Reno Smash.
Interesting.
We alternate at the arcade. Yeah. The only time they're together is when a regional is around, and that's just because we want a big audience. It's just, dude. I'm sorry that you're not willing to move on from fucking Melee. I'm sorry that time is leaving you. And here's the thing: Melee isn't exciting to watch anymore. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not. It's the same fucking matchups. We haven't had a tier list shakeup in years.
Oh, yeah.
Until recently, in which someone's slowing the pace of the game down immensely with Jigglypuff. And people are like, this dude's ruining Smash with Jigglypuff, and I'm like, good! Go play Ultimate! God damn it!
That's where they're doing the updates. That's where they're buffing and helping, figuring out characters, and they're adding new people, and they're tweaking that actively.
Fucking god damn it. I can't stand it.
Melee was a wonderful game.
It was a great game at the time. It was great, and you know what? Fine. You wanted to keep it through Brawl? Okay. Tripping was dumb and it sucked. It wasn't competitively viable. But Smash 4 was very competitively viable. Great game. You had no reason not to move. And Smash Ultimate, you especially have no reason not to move. Most stages, every fucking character, it's competitively balanced, has that in mind. I'm sorry all your bullshit from glitches from Melee didn't carry over. Fucking goddamn it. I hate the Smash community. I hate it so much. Oh, God.
I'm sure there are plenty of people within the community that are totally embrace Ultimate, love everything about it, and what Ultimate represents and what it is so cool, and the fact that it's starting to represent other franchises, older franchises.
Oh yeah, no,
is so cool.
I've met those guys. Yeah, and they're great.
Yep.
But there's such this large amount of the Smash community.
Yep.
That sucks. That just.
And they're the loudest.
Sucks, and they're the loudest, and they're also probably the people at the events who don't shower.
Yep.
And just fucking damn it. Yeah. You know what Ray and I joked about? If they're Ray and I joked about if Melee ever comes back to Evo at the main stage, we're gonna go to the Melee tournament and hand out deodorant sticks.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm so done with that fucking game. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of having a cool Smash thing happen, and it be fucking just ruined by a bunch of idiots. Right. Dude, I'm done. I have zero tolerance for Smash community bullshit. Yeah. What? It wasn't this year. It was last year. At last year's Evo, that fucking booing bullshit. Did you hear this story?
Booing what?
Bayonetta. So.
No.
Okay. So Bayonetta in Smash 4 is not broken, but she is easily the best character in the game. Okay. By far. It's not even fucking close.
Alright.
And every time that someone was playing Bayonetta, the Smash community would boo them. And then on top of that, guess who gets to Grand Finals?
Oh boy.
2 teenage kids who both main Bayonetta.
Okay.
And their training partners, which they got booed and a couple people threw shit.
Great.
Then on top of that, because of this, the two Bayonetta players decided to just sit at other ends of the stage and taunt until the Evo ref made them fight, because you're not allowed to do that.
Right.
Because they were training partners. And they were just half-assing the match because they were friends, and at that point they didn't care.
Right. Well, since the audience apparently is
being dicks,
not thrilled with it, then whatever. Have fun with it.
Yeah, fuck these. Like, you're booing teenage kids for playing Bayonetta, you jackasses.
Yep.
You are scum. God.
Okay, well.
I'm just so mad because, like, it just goes against, like, the attitude of Evo and arcade culture, which is adapt or die.
Right.
It's just... Yep. And, like, the reason that they get a spot is because just they're big. Because they're popular.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a Sans costume, and if you buy it, it's 75 cents, and it comes with a Toby Fox remix of Megalovania, which is the big song from there. Very popular Wii U game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei crossover, is headed to Switch in the form of an encore version with a new song and new story elements and more content. Comes out in January. At this point, Nintendo, can we just port the last 4 Wii U games over and box that thing up? Pretend it didn't happen. Okay, we're waiting on the Wonderful 101, those 2 HD Zeldas, and Mario 3D World. Then we just box that shit up and pretend it never happened. Okay? You want to, I want to, you know.
I mean, I'm sure they consider it boxed up anyway.
Oh, they do. But, like, I want those last 4 games.
I see.
And they know they can make money on those last 4 games. That's why they're doing Xenoblade. Yep. Deadly Premonition is getting ported to the Switch with Deadly Premonition Origins.
Yeah.
And a sequel, Deadly Premonition 2, is coming in 2020.
That I did not have on my radar of things happening.
I'm so excited to rent this.
I'm
not going to buy it. I'm
going
to rent it. I'm going to rent the shit out of that.
That's a game.
Yep. Sure is.
Oh my god.
Do you think that Giant Bomb is going to do an LP?
An LP, I don't know. I don't know.
So.
They could totally. They have more than enough people to do that. When that first Deadly Premonition game came out, it was.
There were 2 LPs. It was Ryan and Brad and Jeff and Vinny, right?
And Jeff and Vinny, and that was with like 5 people, and now they have like 10.
Yeah, so
they could easily do a West-East playthrough.
Jeff and Brad, Vinny and Dan.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'd like. Abby and Dan. There you go.
Abby and Dan would be good. I think an easy one to do, since it would be a callback to the way the old Giant Bomb, like endurance runs, it would be just get like the old crew. So it's Jeff and Brad, and then Vinny and Alex.
That'd be good. Because, Ryan, unfortunately.
Yep.
What was it? What was it? Did you watch their PAX panel yet?
No, I haven't.
It's really weird not to have anyone there except a bunch of guests and then Abby and Jan.
Sounded like they had a fun time.
It was a good panel. It was surprisingly good. During the costume contest, someone cosplayed Jan.
Ah, nice.
Yep. See, now I need to cosplay like late '90s Jeff. Like I need to get like a FUBU jersey and go up and be like and talk about the Dreamcast.
Right.
Which
so I didn't have a ticket to PAX, but I live blocks away from PAX West.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that was also the same weekend where I discovered Final Fantasy XIV, so nothing got done.
So you mainlined heroin all weekend, and yeah, okay.
Yep.
Nothing has been getting done around my house, but by the way, because of this.
Yep.
Because my roommate, if I don't clean, my roommate largely doesn't clean.
Oh, I see. Jeez. Yep.
So it's because it's like this standoff where I need to break it, where it's like, if I go ahead and clean the kitchen, they'll clean the living room.
Okay.
Yeah,
as long as someone starts it.
Yeah, I have to start it. Which means nothing's being done because I'm playing WoW Classic. But go on.
So I thought about it for a second, but I didn't have what could I do? What could I cosplay as? With short notice, and I couldn't think of anything.
Next PAX you cosplay Alex Navarro.
Yeah. All right.
And then I'll do Jeff, and then Ray will do Dan. There you go. Fucking. Oh, God.
I'll grow my hair out, be Drew. We just need someone to be Brad, and then we'll be playing Mario Party.
Ray would love that. I would hate it. Oh, that fits. That fits. That's a little too on the nose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, Divinity Original Sin 2 is getting ported to Switch. And that was cross-save between Switch and PC. I'm curious how the hell that game is going to control on the fucking Switch. That's I could barely play that on a keyboard and mouse. So, curious how it's going to be on Switch.
Yep.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, that was it.
Alright. Doom 64 is coming to Switch. Okay.
I don't know anything about Doom 64, which makes it all the more mind-boggling why...
It was a, semi-okay Doom port for the Switch. That was it. That was it.
They didn't want to bring over Doom. They wanted to bring the Nintendo exclusive Doom.
Well, they have Doom on the Switch.
Oh, okay. So they're just okay.
Yeah. GameSpot gave it a 4.8 in 1997.
Ooh.
Who was it reviewed by? I'm curious.
Nearly half a 10.
Jeff Gersman.
Okay. Yeah, you would.
Yeah. No. So no, it was the art of the Doom is finally dead. Let's see, reading the review. It had upgraded graphics for the time.
Sure.
It's no longer a flip process and multiple openings. But everyone has downloaded custom WADs to the PC with new levels of graphics, sounds, racing, greater things. Another mediocre N64 game. Jeff Gersman has been professionally covering video game industry since 1994.
Yep.
It's crazy to think about. It's an insane amount of time.
I'm not a fan of the N64.
I'm not a fan of the N64, to be fair.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, there's not a lot of... It's like if you grew up in a Nintendo family, you had the N64, and there were a couple... There were a handful of games that you enjoyed on.
That thing had some really big hits that are the classic of classics.
Yep.
That thing had some games that are must play level games that are awesome as hell.
Redefined,
Yeah, redefined what video games could and are.
Yep.
People still steal shit from some of those games.
Yep.
However, on the other side of that, it also had a lot of shit in between those games.
Man. I watched the latest ranking of fighters, which showed one of the Clay Fighter games.
63 1/3.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
Yeah, that's yeah, no. Like I said, there's a lot of bad ones. Let's see what Cruisin' USA on the N64 got on GameSpot back in the day.
Hey, I played that.
Yes,
I own that.
I own it.
Yep.
Yeah, Cruisin' USA. Alright, so... they still make... I told you this already. They still make cruising games. They're arcade games. Yeah, 6.1. Fair. It's a dead conversion of a dead arcade game. Also written by Jeff.
You know, Cruisin' USA will live on forever.
Cruisin' USA!
Ugh.
Yeah.
So good.
It was
terrible. Not a great game, but man, fun to play in the arcade.
Let's see. My dad played a ton of F1 Pole Position. He loved that game.
Okay.
Well, what'd that get on the N64? F1 Pole Position 64. 4.2 out of 10. The headline is F1 Pole Position will hurt you. Reviewed by Glenn Rubenstein.
I recognize, but
I vaguely recognize it. Their profile's almost entirely blank, though. So, let's see. What were other N64 games? Pokemon Puzzle League. Hey You Pikachu was garbage. We already know that. We didn't need to look up a review.
Man, I tried to make that game work.
Same. Pokemon Puzzle League actually got a 7.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was a good game.
Yeah, it was just Tetris Attack. That's all it was.
But here, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's talk about Pokemon Snap.
Oh, that game probably scored well, right?
Yeah, it was short, but
it was fun. It was. Wow, the search engine broke. Give it a sec. I feel bad for anyone who has to code for these websites because it's just kind of like a nightmare to because you have this database that dates back to 1995.
Right. Think of all the ways they've had to redesign it and reorganize it since then.
Yeah. Got an 8 out of 10.
Yep. You can complete the whole thing in 2 hours.
Yeah.
But it did not matter. It was Pokemon.
Yeah, as long as you know the right items and the right path. Totally.
Yep.
Pokemon Stadium. Let's see what that got. Curious. 5.7.
Nah, see, that's wrong. That person is not a Pokemon fan.
Who is it? I'm curious. This is a new territory we're sinking into. Criticizing other people's reviews.
No, let's do it. We are the game reviewer reviewers.
Jeff again.
Well, he shouldn't have been playing that anyway.
If you're
that
after
is not his forte.
If you're after a little more storyline and a little less generic RPG battling, Stadium comes off as a bit disappointing.
Well, you don't. Who? Okay. Who goes to Pokemon for the story? I'm sorry.
Oh, this was a different time, man.
I know.
If you've grown attached to the Pokemon team you raised on Game Boy, or you're playing the heck out of the Game Boy version, you're tired of playing on the little screen, Stadium is worth owning. But if you're after a little more storyline, a little less, same thing as the title. Alright. What about Pokemon Stadium 2? That was a way better game.
I didn't play much of Stadium 2.
I didn't either, but I rented it a couple times, and it was I got a 7.2.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was Jeff that reviewed it.
Knowing him, he'd probably pass it off to
Gerald Villoria.
Yep.
I wonder what these people are doing now. The Gerald Villorias of the world.
Right.
What was another popular N64 game? Oh, the one RPG on the system, Quest 64. Let's see what that shit got. A 5.4.
Yeah.
Oh man. Man.
And then, there were other hits like Mario Party and GoldenEye and
GoldenEye scored. Well, let's see what Mario Party did. Mario Party did not do well, I bet. First released in February. 7.2.
Okay.
Not terrible, but not amazing.
Sure.
GoldenEye had to have done well, right?
You would think.
You would think. 9.8.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Mario Kart. That was another classic on the N64.
Yep.
6.4.
Okay.
Now, out of God damn it, search engine broke again. I got one last one, Super Smash Bros. The thing about GoldenEye though is it was kind of shit, comparatively to, if you had played PC shooters at the time.
Yeah, if you're coming from PC, like, there's no...
Like, because you're comparing it to, like, Quake 2 and, like, Half-Life came out a year later.
Okay, yeah.
So you're, like, wondering, like... And, like, you play GoldenEye, like... I can still play Half-Life 1 now. I cannot play GoldenEye now.
Are you telling me you don't want to use the yellow arrows to look around?
No.
Uh,
Smash Bros. Got a 7.5.
yeah.
So...
Interesting idea.
Yeah, but, man, you compare this to the stuff on the PlayStation... Ooh, you're getting some bad times.
Yep.
It's like... You know, you just look up, like, Symphony of the Night. It's like, you know...
Yep.
Get dunked on.
Yeah, N64 has a mixed history.
It's
only gotten more mixed with time.
You know what's really interesting about that system?
Mm.
Is if they just bothered to put a CD drive in instead, all of those PlayStation games would have been on it. Like, Nintendo could have had Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear. Like, they could have had the ultimate system. And it was more powerful than the PlayStation 2. So it was like, you know, yeah, Symphony of the Night 8.9.
Yeah.
You know. Oh wait, hold on. That was the original PlayStation version.
Okay.
Reviewed by GameSpot staff.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Lost it. I don't know.
Lost it, or the person didn't want to be credited. That's cool.
Yep.
But yeah, the N64 is kind of a piece of shit. Like dude, it has some classics. Like, I'll admit, like, the thing about the N64, and I've been saying this for the past 2-3 years, is like, you look at the top 20 N64 games, and just the top 20, it's bangers. Like, it is a fucking series of great ass games. But you get out of that top 20, and it just falls a fucking part.
Well, like, that's the thing, is that post Super Nintendo, that's mostly the theme for Nintendo.
I pulled up an article that was like top 40 N64 games, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I'm gonna be honest, once you go past like 24, it kind of shits the bed a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, yeah, IGN did a top 25 N64 games back in 2000s.
What's 25?
Harvest Moon 64.
Okay.
Then they did Rocket Robot on Wheels, Mario Golf, Space Station Silicon
Mario
Valley,
Golf.
Blast Corps.
Oh man.
Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah.
NHL 99. All-Star Baseball 2001. Mario Kart 64. 1080 Snowboarding. That game was cool. Man. RE2. Madden 99. Ridge Racer 64. WrestleMania 2000. Smash. International Soccer. Rayman 2. Tony Hawk. Dude. Tony Hawk.
I tell ya.
Yeah, Okay, did you play the N64 version of Tony Hawk 1?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you know it's the gimped version.
I know it is, like, I consciously know that, but it's the only version I played, and I was fine with it.
Alright, Banjo-Kazooie,
Yep.
Wave Race 64, Excitebike 64, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Mario 64, Ocarina of Time. This list is wrong, but...
Yeah, that list isn't the best.
But, like, you know, you look at Google, it's like Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Kart, Perfect Dark, Star Fox, Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong, Majora's Mask, Paper Mario, Conker, Pokemon, F-Zero, Rogue Squadron, Kirby, Banjo-Tooie, Mario Party, 1080 Snowboarding, the Mario Sports.
Yep.
And then, like, then you start to get into the iffy shit, like, the gimped version of Tony Hawk, Turok, Pilot Wings, you know, the other Mario parties. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's a system where like the top is like it's very top heavy. I guess is the best way I'd put it. Is like because the top is like, dude, Star Fox 64, amazing. The banjos, great. Mario Super 6, the Zeldas, Mario 64, awesome. Diddy Kong Racing, arguably the best kart racer ever made. But then like you get to shit like Doom 64 and Cruisin' USA, whereas in the PlayStation library, that shit is like Crash Bandicoot.
So that's the thing about the N64 is you can't compare it to PlayStation. If you're going to make that comparison, PlayStation's going to blow it out of the water every single time.
Yeah, but like even on its own, it's like, you know, you got like the 20 games, and then you're kind of like just, eh.
That's all I ever buy, really. Except for the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 is where the PlayStation 2 and the PC are where I've bought way too many games.
For me,
every other console, I average around 20.
For me, it's the PS3, PC, and PS4. Those are the three that have gotten massive libraries from me. But yeah, like, you know, like you get the best of the best, and then like, but you know, it's kind of, and after that, it just kind of shits the bed, and like compared to its primary competitor at the time, it was just like, why the, like fucking, you know, you look back and you see why like the PlayStation sold 4 times as much.
I was watching. I don't know if I mentioned this last weekend or not, but I was watching a video that watched all of the startup scenes to every console.
Yeah.
The number one, far and away, was PlayStation 1. Like, even now, you start that up, and it sounds like you're entering the future.
Yeah. I like the original Xbox startup a lot, though.
That's really good. I actually like the menu, like, when you're on the menu more than the startup itself. Where it's just that hum.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like the 360.
And when it makes that little when you go like on from up and down on the menu.
Yeah, it's got the 360 startup. That's pretty good.
360 startup's really good. PlayStation 2 startup's real good.
I don't like the sound for the PS2 startup.
You don't?
No, bothers me.
Okay. Let's see. There was. Oh man. It was really funny watching the various intros you're going through. Everyone has like this different style. Neo Geo has a real good one. There was the GameCube. That was a good one where you could hold buttons and it would play different music. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Wii didn't have too much of one. It was basically just when you went, it said like, please put the strap on your wrist. Please God. And then
the PS3 one was classy.
PS3 one was like this classy little thing, and then PS4 improved on that.
Yeah.
That's what Xbox did after they figured it out with 360.
The Xbox One X is so fucking rad. It's just like this, like they light up this silicon chip and it shows off the Scorpio Bros GPU, and then it gives you the Xbox logo, and then it goes to the dash.
Oh man, that didn't show on my video. I'll have to look at that.
It's 'cause a lot of people don't own a Xbox One X, I'm guessing.
That's fair. But what was funny was that Wii would start up with that safety warning, but then it would jump into the menu, which has like the amazing, you know, Wii music.
Bum 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 bum.
Ah, so good. But then
the Wii Shop music is the best one, though.
Of course, yes. No, absolutely.
Dun, 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 dun,
but it's like
dun.
it's like the Super Nintendo game Ken Griffey Jr.'s Major League Baseball, where it has like 2 songs, but those songs are bangers.
Yeah, dude, no, like the Wii. Once again, the Wii Shop music. Dun, dun, dun,
Wii Shop and the Wii main menu music. Ugh.
Also, the Mii music's pretty good too.
Yep.
The making when you make your Mii. But like, I've literally gone on to the Wii YouTube and listened to the Wii Shop music. It's so good. Hold on, I'm gonna play a demo for everyone.
All right.
We're gonna give everyone a little taste of this.
I hope I can hear it.
I don't think you can, but we'll.
Yeah.
We'll
all right.
see.
Well, I have it in my head.
Bum, 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 bum. Just makes you want to shop.
Yep. No, or at least, you know, it's good, like, hangout music. I'm waiting in a lobby.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm waiting for things to start.
Every part of the Wii was just joyous.
Yep.
it was like a real happy system, like real good vibes.
But the reason I bring all this up is that you watch like evolution and Nintendo's like doing all this, and like they had a good run with GameCube and Wii, because the consoles before it didn't have a startup, and Wii U is just a straight up white screen Wii U logo in the center, no music, just dumps you into the menu, and that's it.
No, it's the same thing with Switch, just black menu. And or white menu, depending on what you have. My background's black. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. I gave everyone a little taste.
Also, okay, so last few things I'll say about the N64. One thing I love, and I understand why it can't come back, it is very much of the time, but Atomic Purple N64.
Yeah, no, that needs to come back as colored consoles. I've always been an advocate for that shit. I've always been well, Xbox has been all about that shit. They didn't play. Well, no, this generation we've got a lot of that.
There's the purple Fortnite one, but
no, we've gotten like a bunch of special edition consoles this round.
Yeah,
like we got that Xbox One, that Gears 5 Xbox One X. Oh, that thing looks fucking beautiful. Have you seen it?
No, I don't think I've seen it.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get a picture. Yeah, there it is.
Pull this up.
Looks, if you're like me and you like that icy winter vibes, I'm gonna link it in the chat. Hold on.
Yep. While you're doing that, one thing I absolutely despise about the N64 was the controller.
Oh yeah, it's garbage.
That thing is garbage.
Hot garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, check that shit out.
Yeah, that's a really good. Yep.
Yeah, right?
That's a good look.
Yeah,
that controller, man.
Yeah, no. And it comes with all 5 Gears games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
So if you're in the market for an Xbox One X, people, there you go.
I mean, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, man, I'm not gonna tell people.
If you have the money, I guess,
Yeah, like, and who knows, and like, to be fair, like, the way Microsoft makes it sound, like, the first, like, year is gonna be all cross-gen. Because Halo Infinite is going to work on Xbox One X. They've already said.
Interesting.
So, I guess they're
I've been hearing. What's that?
I guess they're just going to make all their games scalable. Yeah, like
I guess.
Like, I don't know, PC games. Weird. Like, how things will work on weaker or stronger hardware. Weird how that works.
Some good ideas about all that.
Yeah. Like they've had those good ideas for like 20 years now.
I've heard with games like Control coming out that they've been taking advantage of. I forget what the technology's called.
RTX. Ray tracing. Yeah.
Yes, and like that's like the next big graphics jump. Not like huge, not like it was from PS1 to PS2
or PS2 to 360.
PS3. Yeah. But considerable.
Yeah, well, so my opinion on it, like, Control is the first game that's really showed it off. Because, like, I'm you know me, I'm the person who looks for any excuse to upgrade his graphics card.
Exactly.
And I'm staring at this, like, you can lease a 2080 Ti for $140.
Oh,
and that's only, and you wouldn't be paying, and that's not paying that much more than just buying one outright. And I'm just like, you don't say. And like, so yeah, well, you know me, man. Like,
I know.
I'm just
I'm considering, streaming and putting out videos of me playing video games too. And when you start thinking about that, you're like, well, this would justify me putting all this money.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get it. Maybe I should get a new motherboard. Maybe I should start getting all this other stuff.
Yeah.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, you know the dark road. Okay, I'm glad.
I've gone down it once, and like, if I can keep this case, that would be cool.
Oh,
I still like this case.
Yeah, you probably could do it.
I probably can.
Like, Anthony has kept like his case forever, so.
I want to get some like RGB RAM, as dumb as that is. I love it, and I want it.
So I mean, I could spend $1,100 and get this 2080 Ti, and it also comes with Wolfenstein Youngblood and Control.
Ooh.
Ooh, so like that's the thing that tips us over. Ooh, and a $20 off promo code.
You get like $120 worth of games that take advantage of the technology.
Yeah. Except I'll probably sell Youngblood, but recoup some of the costs on this fucking graphics card. God, it's a fucking $1,100 graphics card.
So, like, that's my question to you as someone who's been into this PC buying and making business. Is this future proof? Is this a good long-term purchase?
I personally have a real hard time justifying an $1,100 graphics card,
even if it was future proof for a time.
Yeah, I would say take one step back. Go look at a 2080 Super for $700.
Okay.
Like, that's what I would say if you're going to do that.
But would that take advantage of ray tracing?
Yeah. All the RTX cards have ray tracing.
Okay, so the 2080 Ti is like it's just overkilling it.
It's just the most ballerest of baller shit. Like that's
a considerable discount for being able to do mostly the same thing.
It's about a 25% performance difference.
Okay.
But like the thing is, by the time that ray tracing is like readily available and good to go, like by the time like ray tracing is like more of a big thing, like the next series of cards are going to be out and
it's like buying a graphics card just to barely play Crisis.
Yeah, like this is like you're basically buying this to get like control at like 60 FPS with ray tracing on, but like I'm straight up waiting for the next series, because here's why. One, I'm not fucking around in 4K yet, so and I have a 1080, which is way overkill for 1080p.
Right.
So I can get 144 hertz gaming. So I'm not in 4K land yet. I don't really like. RTX looks good. I've seen demos of it. I've seen the difference, but it's not like good enough for me to be like, holy shit. Yeah. I need to go spend $700. And I'm gonna wait it out because like I know that the next series of GPUs they make are gonna do this shit even better and probably cheaper and be more performance. Like the thing is like, what's your card again?
I have a 970 right now.
Like for you, it's a jump. Like it's a big enough jump to where it's worth it. Like in my mind, like a 2080 or a 2080 Super.
I'm just thinking, like, should I wait one more year? Would that be long enough to hear about new cards?
It might be. I'm personally, I am gonna drag this bitch out as long as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my thing, because because I'm not having any problems with anything I play. I get 110 frames per second in Gears.
Yeah, no, you're doing fine.
So like in your case, a 970. Like, I would say wait till the end of next year. If there's nothing showing up, just buy a fucking 2080.
Okay.
Like, that'd be my solution. But yeah, like me, I'm definitely waiting over there. Like, I wanted to on the 2000 series. I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But, like, I looked at it, I'm just like, this is dumb. Especially because you can get a 2080 right now for $630.
Oh wow!
It's not like RGB and it's a fan cooler, but like, if you're just looking for a basic card and not looking to do anything fancy, $630.
That's not bad.
That. I paid $575 for my current one, so I'm gonna see what the lowest price one is. Let me get the lowest price. Not refurbished because I don't trust used graphics cards or open box. So yeah, $630.
Okay.
If you're looking for one with fancy lights and whatnot, then it'll be like $650.
Fine.
So,
man,
yeah,
computers, they're expensive, but I use them extensively every day.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, the average person could probably get away with a 2070. But like, you know, I always go overkill in my builds because I like a little bit of future proofing. So high risk. Sorry. Yeah. So back to the.
I mean, for the price, it's like when your graphics card is more than a console, like the whole point is to future proof. Otherwise.
Well, I mean, like here's the thing: when a good brand new 2070 is $480, at that point, what's an extra $150, right?
when you're playing at that level,
when I'm already fucking balls deep, just fucking go ham.
Yeah.
Like when you're already that far in,
let's just do this.
Yeah, like that's where my mindset goes. It's like I'm already, going all the way on this shit. So
that's kind of my mindset right now, which is why I'm trying to delay it. Is like I could get a new graphics processor, but honestly, like I'm behind on RAM. My motherboard only uses DDR3. Like
okay, so it is almost time.
It is just about time, and it's gonna have to take. It's gonna be the entire computer has to be redone.
Like everything but the case, probably. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and keep the case, but
you'll be able to keep the case, bro. Yeah, like I don't.
I like the case. It's nice.
Yeah, I don't. I have no doubt in my mind you'll be able to keep the case. I wouldn't even worry about that.
I gotta say though, it is fun to go to Fry's and look at various computer cases.
Yeah, I like doing that too. It's fun. Yep. So I don't know. Like I keep an eye out on prices for everything, and I'm just kind of like a new motherboard and processor. That's like $500.
Yep.
That's and whatnot. But Hi-Res Studio has revealed a brand new IP called Rogue Company, third-person shooter coming out in 2020.
Man, we need to get better at naming these games.
Rogue Company. Tetris 99 2.0 coming out September 5th as a free update. Daily missions and a new Invictus mode for the badasses of Tetris 99.
Oh, that's right.
Daemon X Machina prologue demo. That they've demoed this game like 1,000,000 times, and it's a mech game and it looks cool as hell, and I hope it turns out well.
Yep. I like the idea of mech games, but I've never been able to really play one.
Enjoy
it.
New Pokemon Sword and Shield details.
Yep.
So there's that.
You wanna have a farm where you can have your Pokemon run around and you can visit other people's.
Yep. Camping.
Ranch full of Pokemon.
Camping, customization.
Yep.
All that good stuff. Also, we got a new subscriber this week. Thank you, whoever you are.
Thank you.
So, Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast. That's being ported.
That's interesting.
We got Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection, Rogue and Black Flag coming to Switch.
Cool.
And at the end, they did a big game montage with a variety of games, including New Just Dance and Devil May Cry 2, which comes out September 19th. What that tells me is they did 1, they did 2. People, we are getting a portable DMC3.
Oh, I can't wait.
The dream is real! Fuck yeah.
That'll be good.
So now that we got that out of the way.
Yep.
The other piece of news is Dreamcast turned 20.
Sure did.
Sure did. Sad system.
I watched some Sonic Adventure gameplay recently. I
watched a lot of Dreamcast gameplay.
Yeah. That scene where they land at the beach, it was like post. Tails crashes his plane, you find him, and then you walk back to the pool, and they're playing that it wasn't Crush 40, but it was that Crush 40-esque music, and
No,
the
it's
music
Crush
was
40.
mixed too loud.
It's Crush 40.
The one that goes, "I wanna fly."
Yep, that's Crush 40.
Ah, Crush 40 is like low key. Like I can't like list it on a profile of like favorite bands because no one knows. But that's like they hold the key to a nostalgic part.
It's quality butt rock.
Would you call that butt rock?
It's butt rock.
Yeah.
It's you live and learn, live it on.
That's right.
Yeah, that's butt rock. That is very much butt rock. I love it.
God.
I love it.
So good.
There's some great Crush 40 songs, but let's be honest with ourselves. It's butt rock.
But what was so funny was that with the Dreamcast, it was clear that this game was like, oh, we can like mess with their facial expressions, so we're gonna have them like raise and lower their eyebrows and move their mouths in weird ways, like every second as they talk.
Oh God!
And then Sonic goes, "Whoa!" But it's like his mouth goes wide and his tongue sticks out because you can do that now. It was like totally a tech demo, but in the weirdest way.
Well, like I mean, like let's you pull so like you look at that launch title, and at the time it was very impressive.
Yep.
It was super high end shit.
Yep.
Like that whale scene.
That whale scene.
But then you compare it to Soul Calibur. Which of these has aged better?
Oh man.
Actually, you know what aged really well? Those football games on that thing.
Really?
2K1? Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that thing, and also that thing was like a fighting game fan dream.
Oh,
like,
sure.
That thing, I have repeatedly looked into buying a Dreamcast because of all the fighting games on it. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 3, Project Justice, Power Stone, Soul Calibur, Mark of the Wolves, Capcom vs. SNK, Street Fighter Alpha, Guilty Gear, Power Stone 2, that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure game is on that thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Fighting Vipers 2, King of Fighters 2002, Raid Rumble Box. That one's not really... Darkstalkers is on that bitch. There's just a lot of really good fighting games on that damn thing.
I guess so. Yeah.
But just fucking JoJo. Where's that JoJo Dreamcast game? Yeah, Heritage of the Future arcade. It's fucking dope as hell game. You have to run that on. You have to run that thing on a modded Dreamcast for imports, I believe, or was the Dreamcast region locked? I don't fucking remember. Anyway,
all I know is PlayStation 2 came out soon after.
Yeah, and it made it sadly irrelevant. If you wanted arcade perfect fighting games, you had to go to an arcade again. Because that. Well, except for 3D fighters. Oh yeah, DOA 2. That was also the DOA 2. DOA 2 was on PS2, but it was actually the worst version.
Oh.
Yeah, fun fact for everyone.
Interesting.
Also, I did pull up some YouTube footage of Dreamcast fighting games, and my man Terry Bogard and Fatal Fury, Mark of the Wolves, is on here. Alright, yep, that JoJo fighting game.
Yep.
Oh no, Fighting Vipers, excuse me. Oh yeah, they had Fire Pro Wrestling on Dreamcast.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they had Guilty Gear X. Yeah, there we go. That's a 2D. That's a rad as shit 2D JoJo game. So
cool. Yeah, Dreamcast.
Yeah, that system had its controller is okay. I definitely recommend you getting a fight stick for it, but I have legit thought about getting a grand together to go out, buy a Dreamcast, an HDMI converter, and then all these fucking fighting games. All of them. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 is on it.
Sure.
Yeah. Because because there's just so much, Like, it was just such a good thing for, like, arcade ports and, like, weird shit like Power Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, did a Virtua Fighter come out on that thing? I don't remember.
I don't remember, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Dreamcast, why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to go?
Well, you know why.
Because Sega made a bunch of bad decisions in the early 90s?
Yeah.
Did you ever read that book, Console Wars, Sega versus Nintendo?
No, I have not.
You should get on that because it gives you a very deep insight into how the nightmare that Sega Saturn happened.
That must be fascinating.
The short, far less interesting version that doesn't nearly go into enough detail is basically Sega of Japan got jello of Sega of America and decided no, we're going to do things our way even though we're markedly less successful.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But,
well, I'll have to check that out.
So, yeah, that should be it for the week. I think that's all I got for news.
That's all that's coming off the top of my head. Apparently there was other stuff going on around Night of the Woods drama, but that's a lot.
I'm going to wait for that to get sorted out before I dive into it.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, I don't want to... for situations like that, I don't want to do the week report.
Yep.
I'll wait for the weeds to all cleared out. So, we got one comment. It's, if I have to hear that you bruise like a peach one more time. Because I'm on blood thinners, y'all.
How's that going?
I'm adjusting to it a little better. I'll say this, I sleep like a fucking baby on those boys.
Nice.
Okay. Alright, been a good week, y'all. We're gonna go back to our drug addictions.
Yep. We'll see where we're at.
Yep. Keep you updated on our progress. We love you.
Yes. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys had fun.
Hope you had a good time. And we'll see you next week.
Enjoy your week, guys.
Happy Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.